Hello, it's Mitch Watkins, the roof coating guy. Today, I'd like to talk about how to estimate fluid applied elastomeric cool roof systems. Specifically, we're going to talk about a 57,500 square foot metal roof. And it's a 6-part series. This is part 1 of a 6-part series. Now, I know this is going to ruffle a few feathers, and some people are going to say, how could you put this information on the internet? I told you that in confidence. Well, listen, the way I look at it is if I get killed tomorrow, if I get run over by a bus, what good is this information unless I share it with you? So that's what I'm here for. We go to my computer and we say, okay, what are we doing here? We're looking at a 56,500 square foot metal building. If we go down to, there's 2 ways to calculate this. One, there's the count every stick approach. If you're going to build a house and you're going to say, well, I think that house is going to cost X amount, come to find out you've got to pay for building permits, an engineer, you've got flood issues. If you don't calculate, if you don't put all that into your bid, you're going to come up short. It's going to cost you in the end. So we look at the materials. We say, okay, we talk to our supplier. We got the best price we could, $20,000. Labor, same thing. Okay. It costs money to install these roof systems. It doesn't happen by itself. Per diem, the guys like to eat and they like to sleep, and some of them like to drink. Storage. Okay, we may have to warehouse this material for a week or 2, or we may have to, there may be some extra shipping costs. You want to make sure you include all that in there. If we have to rent a container, we've got to rent a container, folks. Can't leave that stuff out where it can get vandalized. Travel. If I've got a 3 or 4 man crew that's got to travel a couple thousand miles, airfare's not cheap. It's got to be accounted for. Miscellaneous. If I have a breakdown, if I have to order overnight a part from Graco, that's not inexpensive either. So I figure we're looking about $45,000 for everything. Times 2, we're looking at $90,000. It's a good number to start with. If we go down here, we go 90,000 divided by 57,500 square feet is $1.57 a square foot. That is a good number. That's a base number. It's a good number to start with. It's probably the lowest number we're going to work with. Also, we can use a formula based on past experience. Number 1, based on past experiences. We know that these roof systems roughly go for about $1.75 a square foot. Our competition, they charge about $1.89 a square foot. Based on some recon, a little research, a few phone calls, etc. I'm going to go into all that in the second video, how to find out all this information so you can make the most intelligent decisions and put forward the best bid price. Also, we know the market, number 3, is about $1.65 to $2 a square foot. I'm thinking on this job, we're going to stay on the low side. I've looked at this job really carefully. Access is good. Product availability is great. It's not high profile. I'm not going to have to worry about a whole lot of things. I'm going to be able to come in at $1.65 a square foot. That's kind of what I'm thinking. I'm going to be a little bit on the low side, but I want to double check that. I don't want to just throw out a number and hope for the best, because that's not how we do this. If we go down here to our formula approach again and we say, listen, based on past experiences, I'm at $1.75 times 57. Now listen, folks, I don't like these big numbers. I can't wrap my head around. Those are too big of numbers. I break it down to roofing squares. What you do, real simple, you knock these 2 zeros off, bam, you get 575 roofing squares. R roof. Q is the abbreviation for square, plural. S, roofing squares, equals $100,625. Our competition is going to charge, number 2, our competition is going to charge $1.89 times 575 squares is $108,675. The market relative number, I can't come up with an exact figure, so I'm just going to put a question mark there. And I'm going to say, listen, this is just good information. We just want to know this because we don't want to be bidding blind. Also, number 4, the job. I think this $1.65 number is really good. So I'm going to go $1.65 times 575 roofing squares. I'm at $94,800. $875. Wow, that's pretty close to the price to do the job, right? If we count every stick, we're at $90,000. Pretty darn close. Again, if we take 90,000, divide it by the number of roofing squares, we come up with 157 per square. It's pretty darn close. We need to know that. Now, the big question is, if we use our formula approach, formulas scare me, and the reason why is because if I don't double check everything, a customer is always asking me on the roof or in their office, what's this going to cost? And if I throw out a number based on past experience and there's something that I've left out of the bid, which is real easy to do when you're not sitting there in front of your computer or sitting there with your notes, that's how you get into trouble. Perfect. We're at 90. Boy, we're on the high side. We're 94,875. That's fantastic. I know based on that I'm not going to get hurt. So what do I do? How do I bid this? Well, what to bid? It's real simple. Stick with the higher number. If you're safe, you know you're safe, right? You know 90,000 is a good number. You also know that 94,000 is more profit. So here's what you want to, this is the price you want to go with. This is what you want to bid the job at. You know your competition. You know what the industry standards are. You know what the demographics are. You know what the market is. Stick with that number and you can't go wrong. I'm going to show you another little trick. If we go down here to the start button and we want to get to the calculator, if you're not using this calculator, you just go to programs, accessories, and boom, right at the top, calculator. Right click on the calculator, go down to send to, send it to your desktop, bam, click on that, it'll be on your desktop. Then you can drag it down here like I've done right to here to my tools, and there it is right there. I can use this calculator. It's a wonderful tool. It's on my computer. It's been on every Windows operating system since Windows 95. Again, this is Mitch Watkins, the roof coating guy, looking out for you.